Hey Josh, if you will
Yeah. Okay.
share that for me. So, how's everybody doing this fine evening? Hot here. We're heading into our little heat stretch we've got for about 2, 3 days. So, nice and warm. Kind of slows you down when you're working on stuff. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Gabe's got to
You
go
got
make
this?
Gabe's got to go make a quick phone call, and then he'll be back with us. So, just getting this all set up. All right, so we're good all there. Everything's all good. All right. So we had a very, very busy day yesterday on the layout. I probably spent, let's see, started working about 9 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't wrap up till 11 last night. So I think it only took about, so what's that? So that's 14 hours. I think I probably took off about 3 during the day doing little things, getting lunch. Let's see, lunch and a little bit of a break. So I probably put in a good 11 hours on the layout yesterday. There was a lot that got done. So, and we'll go over all that tonight. It was so, and then I had to do a little bit this morning to finish up because I just didn't want those projects hanging out there on me. So let's see here. Well, hey, Plum Boggs, how you doing? Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're kind of getting this put behind you. I'm just talking about everything that I got accomplished yesterday, which there was a great deal of it. So I'll show it all here in just a little while. Kind of let everybody get in and all that, and we'll go from there. So let's see. All right. So in fact, we just got done printing a few things, so I thought I would show you that too. Something brand new that we were talking about on Sunday. I don't know if you'll remember we were talking about these new engines, the new Amtraks here, the Lifesaver one and the Pepsi can. So we're going to, I'm going to make my own trains for them, custom Amtrak trains that aren't in existence. So it'll be pure fantasy units. So I needed I opted for the Bombardier or the Bombardier cars, however you want to pronounce it, as the trains cars for those, since Amtrak's in the middle of buying up old Metrolink ones for service. So, we got a bunch here. Hang on a sec. Let's see here. Oh, good. Okay. So we're just kind of hanging out and chatting. So, hey, Gabe. Bring me in that.
That thing?
Yeah, we'll start off with that.
You'll have to give me just a second.
Yeah. That.
Solidify.
Oh, see if it's all. It should be cool by. It should be cool by now. Is the fan off?
Oh yeah, it's just there's so much on the bottom.
Oh, okay, okay. So we'll start off showing you the new cars we just printed. Our new car that we just printed. Let's see. Isaac still finding new things. The super detail, very cool. What movie was we talking about Sunday? Do you want to?
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Gabe is here. Do you want to go grab that chair downstairs? It's right at the bottom, since we're going to keep it here in the room now from now on.
This one's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what we have here are. Oh, okay. So I didn't know how this was going to print out. Not a clue.
Yeah. Is it okay?
Looks like it.
There's just a whole lot of supports.
Yeah. So
Josh says, "Hi, Lance. Hi, Gabe." Hi, Josh.
So here it is.
Okie and Plumber, Crochet Lady.
Yeah. So it doesn't look too bad. These are the Bombardier cars. I got to get a lot of all of this stuff right here that you see on the face. This is all the supports for the windows and things. So this will all come off. Then I'll sand the sides nice and smooth. I've got so here's you can see in the interior. It's got the seats in there, and the kit, the print kit or the print thing came with the upper level right there. So there's the upper seats. So that's perfect. These seem awful small for N scale. I'm going to compare this to, because you know these cars are about equal in size to Superliners. Let's see what we got here. Well, no, that's about right. They're a little bit longer, but not quite as tall. So I guess that's right. Okay. So anyway, so here's the first one that we have. We're going to do 6 total of these, so we got 5 more to get. This is going to be these. We're going to do an Amtrak Phase 6 paint scheme on this one, and then we're going to do a Lifesaver paint scheme on the other on this set. We'll do the Amtrak Phase 6 on all 3 of these cars, and then on the other one we'll do the Operation Lifesaver. That will entail painting all the cars black with the yellow crossing sign on it, and all the rest of the Amtrak stuff, signage and everything. This one will get just, I'll get the Phase 6 paint schemes, decals for the paint scheme, and we'll put that on here. Yeah, it does have, Gabe, the raised windows around it.
It does?
Yeah.
It didn't look like it.
Yeah, there's a tiny little bit of a ridge all the way around. I don't know if you're going to be able to print those or not.
Yeah, it looks completely flat on my end.
Yeah, there's just a slight little tiny ridge all the way around.
Let me see.
So we'll have to wait and see if we can if we're gonna reprint it. They're so thin. I don't think we're gonna be able to print those.
Yeah, because it literally. Hang on, give me a sec. It doesn't even show up on mine.
Let's see. Yes, we probably will do lighting with them. It's made. Looks like. I have to wait and see. When I start peeling everything off. Usually when you get a pattern like this underneath, there's a hollow area right here. So I'll have to wait till I take everything off and see what we've got here. All these supports will come off where that angles up. I'm sure that's where we're going to find the post holes for the trucks. Will be right under there. But when we get them done, it's going to look really sharp. And then, of course, the top has got come on, yeah. So the top's nasty because the way it builds up levels. So all this is going to get filed down. I'll probably actually file the top before I take the supports off, so it's nice and strong. But that'll fit right. On the top there, be nice and smooth. So it's going to look really good. When I get done doing all the work and magic to it, it'll look like the, I'll get it pretty close because I'll use thin wire to do the grab irons and things like that and all the fine details. So I'll be able to do all of that. So it'll be all right.
Let's see. X-Bob says I might buy a train like a steam engine so I can learn and service a train.
Oh, that'd be good.
He just serviced his AC 44.9.
Okay.
Stephanie Jacobs says hi.
Hello. Glad you joined us. This is the first time I've gotten this off the printer, so I'm just kind of looking at it. I'll pull all of the stuff off. Maybe a little bit later this evening while we're online here doing live stream. I may pull off these supports and just take a look and see what the car really looks like. So anyway, so we got those 3 parts for that. So I think it'll be fine. It's only going to cost me like another $15 to get the decals and to do the trucks on it. So really, it's not that much of an investment to see if I can get it to looking pretty good. All right.
Let's see. The X-Bob asks if servicing maybe every 3 to 4 months good.
On, what are we talking about?
Model train.
Oh, my dad would, when he would run his stuff quite a bit, he would, do it maybe once a year, maybe once, twice a year, something like that. That stuff stays really good inside. The grease and the oil and everything stays in there for a long time. I know guys that have bought engines and just run them without doing anything, just with what came from the factory for years before they even did their first servicing on them. So that's just a personal call on your point. Probably you'll just notice a drop off in the performance of it. So that's when, if it starts making louder noises and things like that, that'll be the gears inside needing to be re-greased and all that. So you'll that's just going to come with practice with running and everything to figure out when the schedule will be like that for however long you run trains and stuff like that. So
Jamie says, I love your buildings.
oh, thank you. Yeah, we're in the middle of printing the newest one. We took a little break today to get this Bombardier car because I really wanted to see how that was going to look. So next thing we're going to do is print off the tank that's going to go in that to create an LNG fuel tender. And once we've done that, we'll get back to working on this guy right here. This is the front panel of a new building we're working on. So this print right here wound up almost being half as thick as it should be. It's really kind of flimsy. So did you reprint this front panel all the way yet or not?
Yes, I did. Do you want me to go grab it?
Yeah, let's compare. Let's see how the difference is between this one and that one to see how good that's going to be.
Jamie asks if you're going to print the St. Louis Arch someday.
Oh, well, that might be a good idea. We might, or at least part of it, and have it disappear into the wall or something. I don't know. We're going to be printing a lot of stuff. I just found a good file for the Empire State Building. We'll have to scale it down to a slightly shorter version of it, since the tallest building I have right now is about a 60-story, and it's a lot more than that. But everything's proportionate. I mean, we can probably do something as long as at least it has those top pieces. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, that's okay. So here's the first panel we did, and then Gabe also added. You'll be able to see here. He added extra on the sides right here to give it a little more strength. We don't have anything that had big sides in a while, so this is the new one. And is which panel is this, Gabe?
That's the very front panel, just like this one.
Okay, didn't have the door. So I'll cut it out.
Okay.
But next one,
I'll make sure to re-add
the other one. I was well, this is the middle one. That's great. Perfect. We'll do that for a middle panel.
Yeah.
So as you can see right here is the door, because the way this works, if you guys remember this one, this is what we're basing it on, is this guy right here. Of course, this thing's going to be enormous in comparison to this guy right here. But the way this will work is there's going to be a door here. This is the front of the building. It's going to face you at an angle like this. So the angle will just be facing you just like that. So there'll be a door right here, and there'll be a door right there, right here on the bottom. So you'll have you'll have a nice doorway opening right there at the bottom corner, and they'll be like the same way on the back. This one's slightly taller too, or no, it's slightly shorter.
Shorter?
I think so.
Oh, it should be the exact same.
Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know.
Let's see. Jamie says my hometown of Reading, Pennsylvania has a 7-story pagoda built in 1903, a top mount pen.
No, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, we've got up in Madison. There's a temple up there in one of their gardens that was brought over and built and reconstructed. It's gorgeous. All right, so this is what we're going to be working on next. So there will be, let's see, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 panels of this going up, which will get us close to about 3.5, 4 foot tall, and then that'll be this central column. Let me get this.
Oh, let's
That'll be the central column right here. That'll be the 5 panels tall and really wide, and then these guys will be shorter, obviously.
Oki asked, what'd you think of the CSX 250th anniversary? If you've seen it,
I haven't seen the CSX yet.
it's like an American flag, and one has an eagle on it. It's at an angle.
Is it kind of like the one that came out for Canadian National
So hang on, let
with
me
the
see if I
screaming
can
eagle
pull
on the cab? I don't know. I have not seen it yet. Let's see. All right. So you can probably see right off the bat. Let me see if it's in the image. Well, yeah, it is in the image. We got kind of a good angle at it tonight.
Funk Nation asks if you can run the 203 Amtrak.
No, I won't run the new ones tonight. I will probably this weekend. We will uncover everything, and I'm going to do some testing to see how these look going into the station, coming to a stop, pausing, like we're doing a loading, unloading, and then moving on from there, because I want to see how far I'm going to have to extend the platform out the backside. So we're going to do all that kind of stuff tonight. And then I may wind up working on the project that I'm sitting here looking at right now that you guys could probably be able to see. Yeah, you can. What?
Rock fan says, get some help building your train set so it'll be completed before Christmas of 2030.
Actually, we're bumping this up. We are really pushing hard this summer. We should have every building painted by the end of summer. We should have the last of our big buildings. There's going to be one coming right back behind here, one back there, one in that corner, and our huge one right there. So we have 4 more buildings to print, of which we're in the middle of starting to print one of them. So we should have almost all of our huge buildings printed this summer, with maybe the newest ones that we're printing, maybe not them painted yet, but with everything that you see here behind me painted by the end of summer, and probably even some of the window glazing started. And I'm hoping to have the green space that we're going to have along here, all of that scenery done all the way around. So we will actually have on this upper level, we're probably going to have, because the elevated track will be in too. We're really working hard on it right now. We'll probably have most of this operational and done by maybe September. So, oh, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do like that one. Why didn't they put their big angle thing on their cab on the front?
Yeah, make sure to have
Make
it
sure
blue and yellow.
Make sure you can tell it's a CSX cab like they did on all their Heritage units.
Let's see.
That's the only reason I don't like their Heritage units. They did a nice job on them. They put that big blue on the front with that angle on there. So I figured that was going to be on there no matter what.
Let's see. Xbob says, honestly, I love CSX, one of my favorite train companies.
Yeah. I used to like them until I got my cease and desist letters from them when I was doing my artwork about 20 years ago. You know, I never had a problem with any of the other railroads other than Amtrak and CSX. And most of them said, why would we be upset about you doing a drawing of our train? All it does is help promote us. CSX sends me a letter, cease and desist using our old Herald or we're going to sue you. So ever since then, I really, you know, that soured me on them pretty good. Amtrak was the same way. It's like Santa Fe got it, UP got it, all of them got it. I mean, it's just, it keeps their, visibility of their out there. And it's, as long as you don't mess with their logo, their heralds, you don't change it, which I never did on my artwork. You don't change it to where, you're messing up their look, their herald look and all that. And then what's the problem? It's just, you just had a registration process. UP had a registration process, which at the beginning of the year you send in the paperwork and they sent you a license, and I did that for all the years we lived in Omaha, all 10 years there. And they just wanted you, when you did a new piece, you sent them a print showing what it looked like. And that was it. That was their whole thing. Santa Fe didn't even have that. Santa Fe BNSF. I mean, I did the artwork. They were like, yeah, that's great. Even Norfolk Southern, back right at the end before my eyes went really bad, they were, he was funny, the guy I was talking to, I don't remember his name, but he was in charge of public relations at the time. I told him what I was going to do. I was going to draw every one of those heritage units they had and seen each one of them. And I said, do you guys have any problems with that? And he said, why would we have problems with that? He said, to be silly. He says, you're just, giving us free advertisement. He says, in fact, we'll sell it in our company store when you get the prints done. So, and then I get a cease and desist from CSX and Amtrak. So that kind of soured me on those two ever since that period. But otherwise, I used to like CSX. I like their YN2 paint scheme. I think that's what it was called. That was pretty cool. Okay, Gabe's looking at me. Yeah. go
Yeah,
ahead.
sorry.
He keeps looking back like, I got questions, I got questions, I got questions.
so many. There's so many. Okay, Jamie asks if you can 3D print the bluffs of Arizona.
Print the what of?
The bluffs of Arizona?
Oh, I'm assuming you're meaning like, well, I can probably carve them. Printing something like that take forever and take a ton of material if you're talking about actually printing scenery. But I could probably carve a particular scene fairly close to what it looks like.
Satu Neva says, first time here, I'm fascinated.
Oh.
How big is this?
I'm glad you're here. Welcome. This room right here, the area that I actually have the layout in, it's 9 foot by 7 foot, 2 levels. Lower level is going to be mountainous, out in the plains also, some forests, some industry, and this is all city up here on the top level. So it's all, I've got a little more room over here that's going to be my staging yards against that wall, but the overall room itself is only maybe about a 10 by 12 room. And I'm taking up just a little bit more than half of it right now with this. So, okay.
Let's see here.
Oh, and I do want to remind everybody, we just got a notice from YouTube that says that they're aware of it and it's happening and they're sorry, but just remind all of our subscribers that if you are a subscriber, to be sure to make sure you're subscribed, because people are losing their subscriptions to the channels that they like. So just check your status of your subscription and, hit the subscribe, like, and hit the notifications and all that so you don't miss out on any of our streams. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely make sure to do that since they've changed.
Yeah.
Whatever. Jamie asks, ever put LED lights in the buildings?
We will be lighting almost all of the buildings. We'll be lighting about half the buildings. The other half of the buildings are going to be like we've talked about in the past. I've got that really reflective foil in different colors that they use for party baskets. It's like a mirrored but colored mirror, whatever color. They have about 10, 12 different colors. So like the Titan back here behind me, the one that's the tallest on the right, I'm going to use reflective foil in those windows. But we will hide a light down below so that if we do some night running, it'll cascade light up the building, so the whole building will be lit up. But like the Artemis complex here, the 4 towers here, I will be window glazing and lighting all of that. So, and along with a number of the others. Okay.
Here's the CSX 2026 one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Their other one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oki says, and here you are running Amtrak.
I know. I've always loved Amtrak, even though, where it's more of a, I don't know how you want to put this, a government corporate entity type thing like that. I just wrote it off as being one of those kind of things. So it's really, and since it's really our only passenger service we have other than like city services that go across the country, you're kind of stuck, with something like that. I'm not stuck with CSX like that because there's, 5 major lines, different types of things if you count the Canadian stuff coming down. So I've got plenty of other things to choose from there. As far as passenger service, unless I really want to make it specific to a certain area by using like the Metra or BART or something like that, or the Sounder or any of those kind of things where it's really specific to a location. I have to go with Amtrak because of being the only thing that we have going across the country. Okay.
Let's see. Rockfan had a good question.
Yeah.
Do you think locomotives for HO scale were built better in the 70s and 80s than present day quality?
Boy, they were tough back then. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to them, and they're noisy. A lot of them were really noisy. But those little motors were built to last. I haven't done a whole lot with modern engines that are coming out. My expertise in engine servicing and everything kind of ended in the 90s to early 2000s. I'm not too familiar with a lot of the new stuff. Like I took my first N-scale engine apart because I had to do some work on it, and I was just like, I've got over here, I've got an SD70 ACE that I'm having to replace the truck on. I opened it up, and the entire interior is nothing but metal with just a little bit of gap showing the motor. It's like, oh, okay. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to service that kind of thing. So I'll find out how to do all that. So it's just a learning process. But yeah, I think, if you hardwired them back in the day, which my dad did, all of his Athearn Blue Box and other things that were of the era, I mean, those things were pretty beefy. He would run and he'd put 3 engines on, and run 100 cars, and he just let it go. So I would say they were built pretty well back then. Comparable today, they just didn't have all the bells and whistles, literally, that you can get now with the sound and all the light kits and everything like that. So, okay.
Let's see. Oki asks, will you be able to put words on the buildings and stuff, like the advertisements?
Yeah, we've already started to on the. I was looking for some good signage for our Skid Row area, like some old signs on the buildings that I was going to fade and have worn down and things like that. We will put signage on all of the big towers down at above the door level. I don't know how well you'll see it because there's a lot of like the hotels in New York and the big cities that have the name like the Ambassador or something like that, just a small sign above the main entrance. So all of our buildings will get that kind of stuff, and some of the buildings will get signage on top, like the big corporate headquarters that we're going to have. That's going to be probably BNSF, MRL, Amtrak, and something else all in one building. We'll have big signs up on top for the individual roads. So there's going to be a lot. Plus, then we'll have all of those TV screens like we were talking about. That'll be down our Broadway Avenue there, kind of like our Times Square. They'll be on the side of our skyscrapers over here that will program into a laptop that'll actually be running advertisement signs. So you'll see all kinds of stuff flashing and doing like you do at Times Square. So there will be a lot of action, a lot of things going on. Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Plumber Bug says scale trains needs to make more N-scale locomotives.
Yeah, they seem to have picked up pretty good. I would say between them and Kato are probably the two top. Probably Atlas comes in a little bit after that, and then it drifts down from there to the other companies. So yeah.
Rockfan says thank you for answering the question.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Hope I answered it well enough for you. So if you never get quite the answer you're looking for, if I haven't answered it completely, then just let me know and I'll redo it. So. Yes.
Let's see. Jamie says I have a 1976 bicentennial train called Liberty.
Okay. Yeah. There's the Daylight. There's all kinds of sets for that. The Freedom Train from 1976, the bicentennial there. I've had that in HO. I've had that one quite a few times. That 484. That's the Daylight they have up in Oregon, I think it is. They repainted it in '76 for the bicentennial. I actually remember going down to Belen, New Mexico when I was little in 1976 and watch it come in down there. That was pretty cool. I put a penny on the track, let it roll over like everybody does. Never found it, of course. That would have been really cool to have had that and have the little plaque said, run over by the Freedom Train in 1976. Of course, people would probably, unless I had a picture showing me that on the tracks, well, not on the tracks, but next to them, they probably wouldn't believe that it was there. But anyway, so yeah, they're a pretty cool set. Okay.
Let's see. Go away. X-Bob says the old ones had sound, but it wasn't DCC, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I got a little sidetracked. We were talking about it. Like I was saying here in the camera, you can probably see a little bit right here. This has really changed since Sunday. I got all of the roof done for the most part. What's left is puttying. There's a lot of gaps. There's a lot of areas I've got to deal with, but the roof is finished. Now, it's not attached to the lower part of the building. It's just floating on top right now because I'm going to paint this right here, paint the top black, mask it, paint all the oxidized copper color, then do a little bit of the brick that's here that's part of it. So what I've decided to do, I think, on this building, so we have something that has a little more color, I think I'm going to paint the lower area here like maybe even like this color right here. I'm going to paint it to start off like this. Make sure all that color gets down in all those grooves of the bricks. And this is going to become my mortar color between the bricks. Then I'm going to get a really nice kind of a brownish red, kind of a brighter color. And I'm going to just dry brush the bricks to where I keep my mortar color underneath where you see all the mortar lines, but then the bricks will have that color. So I'm going to experiment with that and see how that comes out. And then of course the window inserts, every one of these windows there's in the other room in there, we have all of the inserts that go in. They just push in from the front. So we'll paint those in an accenting color. And then we'll have this pretty well done. We got this done. There's a clock that goes up here. All kinds of stuff. Yes.
Sorry to keep looking.
No, it's fine.
Let's see. Isaac asks, what HO brand do you think does the highest detail possible on steam engines?
That's a good question. Probably Broadway. The ones I've seen of Broadway are pretty good. I would probably say if I was to buy some, I would probably buy Broadway limited ones. Plus, they have quite a selection of them too. They've got some really unusual stuff and things. Okay.
Okay, Oki says Amtrak has the worst 250th unit than Union Pacific, and I think Rapido's about to pass everyone on N-scale trains.
They might.
Plumber Bog says I have a few of the buds and I wasn't too impressed with them. I mean, they run nice, but not the details of scale trains.
Yeah. I just, that's a brand I haven't gotten into yet, mostly because it's cost prohibitive at this stage. Eventually, I'll probably pick up one or two. Not sure what I'll get, but then we'll do our comparisons. I'll do my reviews like I do everything else. Right now, I'm mostly I lean towards with all the equipment that I have. I kind of lean towards Kato at this point, but then that may change if we get a scale trains or two. We'll see how they compare and how their ease of service goes, getting into them, taking care of them, things like that. So we'll do reviews of them. We'll do honest reviews of them because I'm not sponsored by anybody. So it'll be honest on that as far as that goes. You're not going to have to wonder if, is he just saying it's really good because he's getting sponsored by it? Athearn, they're okay, but it seems like N-scale is just as noisy for N-scale as the HOs are for HO. They don't know how to make a quiet unit. The Genesis weren't too bad. I do have to say that. We had quite a few Genesis units, and they were fairly quiet, but you get anything else besides that, then it's pretty noisy. And then, of course, like Atlas and stuff, I really like how they pull. And level of detail is not quite like the rest, but their paint jobs are pretty good. They're heavy, and they'll pull a lot of cars. Okay,
let's see. Oki says, using lights like some cities spell words with the lights.
Oh, okay.
Like on top of the building, I'm guessing, for like their company names. And
Yeah.
stuff.
I'll just use signage for that. We'll either get like the billboard type effects for advertisement for the companies, or I'll get and put the company names up on top, like with the old billboard type style that are lit. So we'll just wait and see. It's all going to depend. It's going to depend by building what looks best for each individual building. So we'll just kind of play around with each one when it gets to that stage to see what looks best for it. So, yeah.
Jimmy says I got what was it? Here we go. You got the that engine, that Liberty he was telling you about. I got it for Christmas in 1976.
Wow.
And he went on the real one in Charlotte in 76 as well.
Oh, that's really cool. Very good.
Yeah. Crochet Lady says we're going to have a heat index of 100 degrees Fahrenheit plus tomorrow.
Yeah.
No paradise here.
No. And this room gets really hot in the summertime, but it's really cool out there because this room's really kind of isolated from the rest of the house. So I'll put a fan out there in the hallway and get a lot of the cool air blowing in here tomorrow. So I don't have a whole lot I'm going to work on tomorrow. I do have a couple of things that we need to get to that I want to get to. I'm especially going to be onto this thing right here. I want to try to get this thing painted by first part of next week because I really want to get this whole area finished around the station. Yes.
Okay. Steve says, have you been watching the Big Boy steam locomotive going to the East Coast? And do you have a Big Boy loco?
I've been watching it on virtual rail. Every time it passes one of their things, I'll watch it live. I try to keep up with their schedule and see where it's going to be, and then I'll look for the camera that goes with it. And I've seen a couple of spots where it's been live. I saw it when it pulled out of North Platte, the yards there, and then I saw it when I went through Rochelle. Next spot, it's kind of late. I don't know if it's still there or not, but it had a layover in Chicago for a while. I'm gonna check and see when it hits Horseshoe Curve because I'm sure Virtual Rail will have that showing that probably pretty good. So that'll probably be like the next time that I see it, and then when it starts headed west, we'll catch it on the cameras there. So yeah. And as far as the model of it goes, I've had them in HO, but I haven't got it in scale. But that will change. That is one I do want to have in scale. So that'll be a little ways off, but we'll get one down the line.
Oki says I agree with you on BLI. They also have smoke.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see those at the train shows running with the smoke in them, and it looks pretty good. I would never do that in my house here. Uh, you talk about the smoke coming out of the engines, and man, that's one of those things. We talked about this before on the channel. When you've smelled that for the first time, all you have to mention is model train smoke, and instantly, I mean, you can just smell it in your nose instantly. So I'm just because it gets to be it really permeates a lot of stuff. So I don't think we'll have it ever smoking in the house. But it's quite one of those smells that you don't forget. Yes.
Let's see. Oki says it's been really nice down here this week. Saturday morning was 67.
Ooh, that is nice.
Plumber Bog says, you got the parka out for that?
Our temperatures are changing big time this weekend. We get through this little heat wave next couple of days. This time next week, where our high during the daytime is going to be the upper 60s. So we just got to get through about 2 days, then it just starts dropping. We drop in 4 days, we drop 22 degrees, and it just kind of, it looks like it averages out there for quite a few days. So it's no big deal. We'll get through it like we always do. If this is like one of the few times this summer that it does it, which according to the long range forecast, it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be really a lot cooler and wetter this summer. So I think that'll be good. Don't mind me while we're talking and visiting. I'm just starting to pull the paper towels off the trains so we can do some running here just a little bit. So, okay.
John, let's see. Oki says the BLI big boy has whistle smoke also.
Okay.
Josh says the horse curve will be on July 11th. I've been watching the big boy everywhere. It's been on YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Thank you about that date. That's great. So now I'll know to look about mid-July. I'll write myself a, well, not write myself a note, but we'll post a note about it. That's when it's going to be. So that'll be perfect.
Oki says he has scented smoke, cherry, apple, and frying bacon.
Well, that would probably help a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I tell you, man, that smell of that smoke, you just cannot get that out of your nose after you've had that. So again, I'm just taking the paper towels off so we can do a little running here in a little bit.
Steve says very relaxing hobby. It's a great escape. This hobby making a comeback. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I think it actually is. I'm starting to see a lot more, more younger families in the shows. You always did, but I mean, there are a lot of kids at the big shows, events. We have two of the largest in the country that roll through here every year. We get Train Fest in Milwaukee. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about Train Fest. It's enormous. And then we get Mad City. It's about 2/3 the size of Train Fest. And we go to those every year, and man, they are just packed with families. So I can only imagine that seems like it's that way here, that I'm sure at the big events around the country, it's about the same. So it is good to see the younger people getting their kids into it and stuff. I think it's fantastic. So I'm just still trying to clear tracks out a little bit here so we can.
Oki said I would go, but you all have snow up there.
Yeah, but I grew up in Albuquerque. First 30 years of my life was down in Albuquerque, and we hardly ever had snow. I mean, I could count, I think for my entire 30 years there, I could probably count on one, maybe two hands at most where we had any kind of significant snow in a 30-year period of time. And I knew I wanted to have seasons. There was really only one season, hot and hotter, is basically what it was. I mean, in the winter up there, you could wear shorts out during the daytime. Didn't matter. Well, it would get up to 50, 60 degrees all winter long. It was high desert. It was up at 5,000 elevation, so it stayed warm, and you know, and the only really greenery we had was just, you know, scrub brush and pine trees. And those things didn't really change. You had to get up on the backside, on the east side of the mountain, to actually see leaves change. So that was one of the things we definitely was a consideration, was getting to be able to have seasons. I knew I wanted to do that. I knew I wanted my son to have that experience. Just some cars have come off the track, so I'm just getting them put back on.
Steve says your stream is inspiring this hobby.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
That's what we're trying to do. We just want to make it to where, you know, people are enjoying it. And what's wrong with this thing? Got a coupler has gone bad. Oh, he's not even on the track.
Oh.
It could be part of it. There we go.
Steve says, I'm in Arizona. It's hot, hotter, or blazing. Haha.
Exactly. One thing I found about Arizona, which was really a surprise, you know, we living down in Albuquerque, we would travel for train shows down there or pass through. We were in Phoenix a number of times, and it always just amazed me. A place that hot could be that cold at night. It was just amazing how the desert transforms. There we go. So here, you know, you just get into a pattern of it staying cold. It just stays that way day and night, which is nice. So, all right, so I got everything kind of out of the way here. I'm going to get the camera. I'm going to show you everything that has been done and finished. Like I said, we really, it was an 11, 12-hour workday yesterday on the layout, and we got a lot done. When we put the curve over here on this side, it turns out, even though those were the same exact height as the ones over here, they wound up being about an eighth of an inch higher than the bridge coming across. So I took the bridge over there and I added feet to the bottom of it. Then I'll paint kind of a concrete color, blend it into the scenery. And now it's all smooth and perfect. And so it was a little bit of adjustments, a little bit of tweaking here and there. I've decided to go ahead, and I'll show you here in a minute, I've decided to go ahead and I'm going to combine the two halves of the big bridge coming across. I've got all the parts, I'm just going to go ahead and glue them. I just got to paint them, put them in place, glue them. So this huge section right here is all one piece. I've got a fairly decent sized shelf that I can move it onto when I'm ready to take it out and go down and dull coat the whole thing after I weather it. It's going to be quite the process to do that, because this bridge is probably 7 foot long, thereabouts, maybe 7.5 foot long. It'll be interesting, but I think it's just for stability purposes. I just need to go ahead and glue it to it and get this bridge finished up. So, all right, so let me get the camera, and we'll do a quick tour of everything that's been done.
That Gorilla Tag guy says hi.
Hey.
Steve says exactly, instant 10-degree drop when the sun goes down.
Yeah.
Let's see. Josh says, been working on that new project. It's almost done. Got to get a couple things at the train show on Saturday.
Oh, very good.
And get rail joiners for the 2 bridges.
Good. Excellent. All right. So let me get the camera here. Okay. So I'm going to show you everything that's on the station. So here's our station. I'm not looking at the chat, Gabe, so we keep up on it. Yep. I'm just going to be showing everything, and I don't want to try to concentrate on all of it at once.
Yeah.
So this was 3 sections that I put together, and then I joined them together, and I had a few gaps and things here, so I added some extra trim. I mean, obviously, when we paint it all, you never see any of it. I have a lot of gaps that have to be puttied. Again, no big deal. Every little corner will get puttying. These had some really weird looking toppers to them that I didn't like, so I'm just going to make these flat and just be solid copper on top. This is what I'm going to paint black, is this area right here, the area right there, and this area. Then mask all that off and then paint everything else this that bluish color right there. That's going to be the oxidized copper that I'll be mixing with other colors. So it's just a nice looking station. You can see here we're going to put an interior in it down on the lower level, because we got big windows down here. These I'll probably darken or something, but then when we light it up, you'll be able to see the full interior of the station. And then, of course, down here we'll have our loading platforms, and there'll be an elevator against that wall back there, an elevator shaft, and stairs that will be access for the lower tracks.
Gorilla Tag Guy says, did you add Big Boy 4014 yet?
Did we add it? I'm not sure what you mean by add it, unless it's like, we don't have it on the roster yet, no. We haven't, we may put it up on our wish list on Amazon if anybody's got any up there, but we don't have one personally yet.
Let's see. Josh says he's watching 2 streams tonight.
Okay.
Oki asks, is that model a real station?
Yes, this is a real station. This is in
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. I keep wanting to say Manitoba or something like that. This is actually one that's in, Nova Scotia, Canada. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, kind of like a Victorian type of thing. The clock goes up here, along with some extra details. So it's just a really good looking thing. Like we said, we're going to put tons of planters out here with tons of color, with all kinds of flowering plants all along here. And then we'll have the retaining wall going around here with safety, kind of a really decorative safety rail that goes on top of it. Plenty of people milling about, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a really good, you can see how this is going to look against our skyscrapers. I just kind of get I can't even back this up far enough to get the top of the building in. Well, there we go. So you kind of see how that's going to look along with our Artemis back there. It's going to, the copper oxidization on the top of this station will match these Artemis buildings over here. So this took a lot of time yesterday working on these because we had to find, I had to find them all. The parts were everywhere. So once I did that, then it was like, okay, how do I put this together? So it took me a while to find the instructions for it online. I was able to get it all put together, changing things here and there to match what I wanted to do with it. So it's just, back this up and you can just see how it's going to be a nice looking station for right in here.
Crochet Lady says the station is looking awesome.
Thank you. And then last time we were here, we were talking about this curved track. This is the one we had on Sunday that we got done. That's been in place since Sunday. So then over here we go. Here's the other one. So we've got our thing here. Our main bridge here now is connected up. Well, it's not really connected up, but it will be. It's done all the way around. Gabe had a heck of a time creating these. I'll show you what he did. This is a specialty beam that had to be created. I get it up here on this wall so you can see the angle to it. That accounts for all of these little angles that are right here. So these are the ones that go, this is on the back side. We have shorter ones for up front. These go underneath and give this support. You can actually see one that's in place right here. He fought through this, but he got it done. It's fantastic. This one actually goes on the back side of that piece. It's obviously shorter because it's the inside of the curve. So we had to work with 2 different links and get them all lined up correctly where the bends were. So he's printed me off 2 plates of these, so I'll be able to go ahead and finish putting all of the beams top and bottom, and then all I have left to do is we got to print off a bunch of these, and I can just bend those slightly since they're real thin. Bend them slightly right at the joints and get everything put in. So these areas will be done fairly quickly. We'll be putting these curved sections up on our Colts, and what's the other one?
CG Trader.
CG Trader. If you guys are looking for files, we're going to make a really good deal on the whole set. Curves are one set of files, bridge is another set of files, and then when I create the stations with their elevators and stairs, that'll be its own file, so you can have this entire thing done.
Jim O'Connor says, too cool.
Well, thank you, Jim. So this will be removed here pretty soon, and we'll get this big double thing coming through. It's going to go back behind right here, and it's going to swing around back behind this building, and it's going to come right through here. This is what's going to look really cool when we do videos. This is just going to come straight through here between the 2 buildings, sets of buildings, and it'll come along the front of all these right back here where this is, and then it'll swing out and go that way, and it'll go back behind the huge building that we're putting right here and hook up right over here. We're going to try to have all of that done within the next about 2 to 3 weeks, all that printed. It just takes time to print it and a lot of time to prep. As you can see, I've got a bunch of pieces down here that are all sanded and filed and ground down with the Dremel. So there's a lot to be done per each little tiny section of that. So, and we've got probably about 40 sections to go. Because each one of this is like one section is like from here to here. So there's probably like 40 of those left to go, maybe 50 to get ourselves on around over to here. But it'll get done and then we'll get it all painted. As soon as we get all the beams in place, we'll start getting these sections, these curves painted and get them up in place. So that should look, I'm hoping pretty good. So anyway, yeah. So let me get underneath and I'll look back at the city so you can see the station with the big buildings in the background a little better.
Ali Fan says hello. I'm from Indonesia.
Oh well, hey, glad you've joined us. Here, now you can see what we're starting to create. There's our station and our big buildings. So our downtown is really starting to take shape now. Don't mind this. That's just my tablet sitting on the tracks. So these are not going to be here. These are actually, we thought this was going to be the tallest of the buildings we were ever going to do. So I'll fit these in somewhere in backgrounds, but most of our background buildings will be as tall as our skyscrapers are that will have flat against the walls. So let's get over here, and this way you can kind of see a face on of, here we go. There we are. So now you can kind of see everything together along with our elevated track. So I think that's going to look pretty good. Oh, here's the convention center. This doesn't get a lot of attention because we just kind of focus in on this, but once we get the convention center finished with its big convention area back behind and then a large skyscraper background building right here, this will start becoming more prominent. This is our parking garage that we made. Yes?
Got a couple things here.
Sure.
Brock James says hi, everyone.
Hey.
Danville, Illinois.
Oh, okay. I know Danville, Illinois. Yeah.
He's into HO scale.
Okay. Yeah, my dad was too, and I was for the longest time. But this is a 9-foot by 7-foot space, which just did not lend itself to doing other than a single oval in HO, and that's why I went with N. I can just pack so much into this space.
Ali Fan asks where we're from.
We are on the border of Wisconsin and Illinois in Beloit, Wisconsin. It's
United States.
Yes, yeah. It's right in the center of the state line.
Let's see here. Sleestack asks, is this Glen World?
Glen World. I don't know what Glen World is, but we're not that. So whatever that happens to be, this is just a personal layout, which we will have tours. When you guys are coming through this area, if you're ever coming through here, you can come by and run trains with us and all that. So, like I said, all this city right here will all be done by the end of summer, first of fall, with almost everything being painted. This is painted already, ready to go. All 4 of these will be painted like this. This is going to have a blue top to it for the oxidization of the copper. All 4 of them will, and we'll actually have this one probably painted within the next couple of weeks, the station. So that could be pretty cool. Match up to that. So that's what we're looking to do. All right, so I'm going to set this back right here.
Let's see here. Sammy Jane Casper says you should paint the walls, 1 spring, 1 summer, 1 winter, 1 fall.
Yeah, we could probably do something. We are going to have some seasons down below, for sure. Up in the mountains, we'll probably have snow and stuff like that.
Ali Fan says, I'm a rail fan from Indonesia. I like American and Indonesian trains.
Oh, very cool. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see how this... Yes?
Brock says, every layout I've done has been lush and green, too green.
Yeah, we've got a lot of dead areas. It's not dead areas, but I mean, a lot of areas it's just dirt and stuff. I'll be greening things up, especially up here on this top level above the tracks. This is all our park area. It's going to be all trees and lush. So you'll have the working end of the layout down here with the tracks, and that'll transition up to our park that wraps around all 3 sides, and then we'll have our skyscrapers.
Sammy Jane says, very cool, thumbs up.
Well, thank you. Like I said, I'm going to keep reminding people, that's what YouTube said to do, to check your subscriptions and make sure you're still subscribed, because they're having some sort of an issue where people are getting kicked off of their subscriptions, and you may not even know that you've been kicked off of the subscription. So if you're not getting our notices about our live streams, because we're going to be doing about 3 live streams a week, 3 to 4 live streams a week during the summer here. you might want to check your notifications and make sure you still are subscribed, and then that way you don't miss out on anything. You have to give me just a sec here. I gotta get some water. It's hot in here.
Brock says subscribe and thumbs up.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Whew, whew. Sorry, just a bit of water. Okay, so I think I'm going to do a simulated stop under the station. With both trains, we're going to do one at a time, and then we're going to pull out, and then we're going to bring the other one in. I'll get one going that way. I'm going to start one up, and then I'm going to do a stop with it, and then I'm going to send it on its way, and then I'll bring the other one in, like it's doing its stop. There will be, right here, there will be platforms going all the way through, so all 3 tracks will be able to be available for passenger loading. But more than likely, we'll keep it on the end or 2. Right now, I've got 1 track here, 1 train here, and 1 there. Yes?
Okay, Oki says Florida's second season, the layout would be empty, everything would be blown away from hurricane season.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, make sure my feeds are all set up here for my tracks, nothing's touching. Yep, we're good.
Alifan asks, how many is it all?
How many? I'm not sure what that means.
Maybe like how much?
How much we've got in this?
Maybe.
Okay, where'd my other truck go?
Oh, and Brock asks what our names are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Lance. That's Gabe, my son Gabe.
Hello.
He's the one that does all of the printing. I do the design work. Like, let me show you what we did here. I don't know if I can find the piece of paper. Yeah, no, where is it? So let's see.
And his husband or his wife,
yes,
and my mother supports us.
usually.
Yeah, you can hear
She's
her
out there
clapping in the
clapping.
background.
Yes, she's actually home from her meeting early. So,
Do you want to say hi?
she didn't want to say hi.
No.
Okay, yes. There, she said hi.
There you go.
Okay. Well, anyway, about designing and doing all this, I generally do a quick scribble, show it to him, say this is what I want, and he does it. So, but as far as like money and this whole thing, right now, everything I added up the other day, and everything combined right now, not counting rolling stock, but even including the power packs, all the track, everything, buildings, the whole works, we're sitting at about $850 right now for everything that you've seen here on the tours. So. I imagine by time we get done printing all of the big buildings and doing all the rest of the scenery up here, and probably the scenery down below, we're pricing about $1,000. Yes.
Oh, okay, says hi.
Oh, she's gone.
She's got Mom.
No, it's all right. She's gone. She took off.
Let's see.
I think she would probably go down and watch that episode. She ought to go down and watch. Is that what she's going to do? Go watch that episode she missed.
Yep.
Yeah, we started watching on, I don't know what network that was.
Netflix.
On Netflix, we started watching The Burrows, and she fell asleep in the middle of a really good episode last night. So she was gonna, if she got home early enough, she was gonna go down and catch up. So she knew where we were at when we did it. All right, so let us do a simulated train stop here.
Alifan says we should come to Indonesia and travel.
Oh, we might someday.
Yeah.
We might.
Brock says, as of the other one who asked how many, I'm concerned on finances and cars and engine count.
Okay. So for the basic layout, about 1,000. That will be both of our levels completely done in here, completely scenic, everything, maybe 1,200. And engines, we've had some very generous and great people that have donated through our Amazon wish list. Prior to them coming on board, we probably had, I think 4 engines. Had 4 engines. Some rolling stock. The rolling stock I just pick up at the show is really cheap, like $5 a car. But since we've had the Amazon wish list and everything, we've had people send or drop off. Probably it's about doubled in about the past 4 to 5 months. So we are so grateful for all that, because we wouldn't be able to. What you're about to see right now, that we're about to run, one of them was a donation, and the other was a birthday gift. So
Silas asks what this is.
This is an in-scale train layout. Now we're about to do some train running. Now I'm going to do some simulated stops right here with the station, and then we'll get things kind of going, and we'll see how it looks.
Oh, Well, a couple things here.
Yes.
Angela says I'm back.
No, nice.
Hi, Angela.
Nice, yeah.
Welcome back. Ali Fan says, God bless you guys. I like your miniature trains.
Oh, well, thank
and
you.
Background City.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali Fan.
It's been a long road getting to this point, but it seems a lot longer than 8 months. That's all we've been at this. Has been about 8 months on total work time because my son's schedule with school. We lose a lot of months every year. Now he's in summer and he's off for the summer, so we are hitting it hard. That's why I'm saying we will have almost everything on this upper level finished by the end of summer. That's our goal this year, so that in the fall and winter I can be working on painting in the fall, get everything done, and I can start working on details. So that maybe by the end of the year, first part of next spring, we should have this upper level pretty well worked out and finished, along with a lot of the scenery down below. So let's see here.
Let's see. Brock says I do antique stores.
Oh, yeah. Now we have found some really good stuff at antique stores. And where did my other truck go? What do I do with that?
I bought a lot for 20, found a Norfolk and Western 611 buried.
Ooh.
Under 20 old Tyco cars.
You know, somebody just had that Norfolk and Western posted on a Facebook page. And it was pretty cool. It was, he only paid, I think, $10 for the set and looked like it was brand new. All right, well, anyway, here we go. We're gonna do a train stop onto the station. I'm gonna get my act together here. So these will be coming in at a fairly good clip, about like that. And I'll slow down. If we're in Fort, or if we're in La Plata, they come screaming in and slam to a stop. So that's how we'll kind of do that. So I can see right to about right here. I'll extend my platform out to about here. Don't have to worry about this. Well, because I'll have another like 3 passenger cars on here. And if we do it like normal operations, it's really interesting how they do it. They will move the train. I didn't know they did that prior to starting to watch stuff. So like it'll sit here for like this. People come and they'll load people into here that have the tickets for these areas. And then the thing will just they'll just take it and they'll move forward a little way. So when we get like the 6 other cars, they pull forward and they'll get the other 3 cars lined up about right there. And then they'll stop again and then they'll load. So we'll simulate real train action when we do that. So then, you know, these are auto carriers right now for the auto trains. So then we will have the other passenger cars here. Yes.
Oki says, I know it's been a long road for us. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Ali Fan asks how many days this all took to build.
We're in about 8.5 months right now on total build time. So
Let's see. Jamie asks, ever use fog machines to emulate clouds?
no, we haven't, but I do plan on using them down on the lower level. All right, so we are going to let that guy just start coasting and going. We'll just let him kind of work his way through this a little bit. We're going to bring the Surfliner in underneath the station and make a simulated stop there.
Ali Fan asks, do you have a miniature big boy?
No, we don't have a big boy yet. I had an HO, but I don't have it in scale yet. Okay, so here comes the Surfliner. So we're going to kind of simulate it coming to a stop.
Crochet Lady, or no, Jamie asks, do you have any human or animal miniatures?
Have any what? Human or
Animal figures.
We will be. Yeah, we will be. Okay, so that one is going through.
Brock says she's printed different, westbound or eastbound. That's how Amtrak does it.
Yeah. Yeah, see, we'll have one track going this way and one track going that way. Right now, my other track right here is just kind of a deadline. It's where I've got all my engines and cars stored, but we will be going both directions. All right, so now we're going to simulate this guy leaving. Got to clean my track. And I'll bring this one in for a stop.
Crochet Lady asks, where's Great Northern? Vacation?
I don't know.
Mm.
We don't see him much anymore.
Uh-oh.
But he could just be busy with work, plus his kids are graduating. One of them graduated from college, so he could be with her because she came back. We're going to do a double stop under here. There we go. That's gonna look really nice. Just picture this one on the inside and probably going that way. So,
Josh asks, how are you going to make an elevator underneath the station? LOL, just wondering.
we're gonna light up underneath the station. We're gonna put really good LEDs under there so everything will be lit up, and then when we're filming, you'll be able to see it. This retaining wall that we have right here, it runs like right here underneath the station. So on that wall, we got a lot of room between the track and the wall. We're gonna build just a little bit of a bump out on the wall and bring it all the way up, like it comes. The elevator would be like coming about right here. So we'll put a few doors down there, and then we'll have stairs on either side. So that's how we will address the situation of having our little people getting down to our trains. All right.
Braden Sand says, hey there, I'm back. Just wanted to stop by and say hi.
Oh,
Can't be here for a long time, but I'll be back next stream.
okay. Glad you joined us. We're just
Yeah,
doing some
thanks.
simulated stops tonight. Nothing.
See, Brock says you can get a bag of 100 people for $5.
Yeah, it's all the 3D printed stuff coming out of China. I've seen that on eBay quite a bit. I've seen like 300 figures for about $12. Painting is absolutely atrocious, but I do all my own painting anyway because I make them specific to certain jobs and things like that. So I'm really happy with this. I really like how this looks. I love how they pass by. I love everything about how this is going to look. I love the station. I didn't know how I was going to like, if I was going to like the station that much, but I really enjoy the station. So this is going to be a fun part of operations. As soon as we get the yards made in about 2 or 3 weeks over there, at least have the wood up against that wall over there, we're going to have a jump track that's going to come over here where we can go off, head over that way, and then we can sideline trains and bring new ones in. So it's like these go off for a while. So you won't keep seeing the same ones running through. And then we'll have trains staged in the yards. We'll bring them out and bring them in. Yes.
Alley Fan says goodbye.
Oh, I'm glad you joined us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
You've got to go to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a difference in the time of day.
Let's see here. Diehard Saints fan says hi. Oh, hell yeah, I'm a train person.
Oh, very good.
Let's see. Braden Sand says, sounds great. See you soon. Have a blessed rest of your night.
You too.
You too.
You too.
Jamie asks, ever do partial buildings emulating being under construction with the crane?
Yes, actually, our little crane is tucked back in here. It's not one that hangs off the building, but when we start building a building, we generally go up in sections. I don't know if it's on the picture or not. Well, for example, like, let me see, here's this on it? Yeah. So this was sitting here for the longest time, just down right here. So we have the crane sitting over it, and so like it was like bringing stuff up. We were going to do a crane that was hanging off, but we wound up building so fast that we never would have had a time to put it on there because our next section was there in our next section. So, but we are going to be doing some buildings, leaving some buildings looking like they're in progress, especially like over here in Skid Row when we do the Salvation Army housing unit. We're going to have it kind of in construction for about a year, and we'll just add on more levels as we go. We'll change out so you'll actually see the building grow, and then it'll be the finished building. We're going to do the same thing over there on that side. There's a little spot I can put a tower in, so we're going to put a building over there. That one will take probably about a year to do too, because that's going to be a pretty decent sized tower.
Nadu Senim asks, are the buildings going to light up?
Yes, the buildings will light up. They'll either be lit up inside with the window glazings where you can see the little individual windows, or if we're using the reflective film on the inside, the really shiny colored reflective film, we'll have lights outside that will cascade light up the building so all of the color will stand out for nighttime running.
Let's see. Watson Hall says, very cool.
Thank you.
Brock says, I painted 12 people in all black clothes for a funeral. Now I need to build the graveyard.
Oh, well, that'll be good. You know, it seems like every layout we see at train shows, inevitably everyone has a graveyard.
Natsu asks if this is HO scale.
No, this is N scale. We get a lot of that about HO because of what we're doing with the buildings and stuff. It seems like it should be HO, but there's not a lot's available in N, but this is all N scale. And like I said, we will have it to where there's not gonna be looping like this, by the end of the summer, we will have staging back here, we'll trade trains in and out. Like I said, we've got, a good friend donated these last week to the layout. So, we have this coming pretty soon, this is that Pepsi can. I've got a special train that we're gonna have for it, and here is the this Lifesaver one, the track safety one. So we're gonna have a special train for it too. So we'll have trains sitting in ready tracks, and then as we're done with this, they'll switch lines, go off, and then we'll have new ones come in. So we'll be able to do a fairly regular switch out of passenger stuff. We got quite a few freight engines now too. I got this one as a birthday gift. I got one of the new CPKCs, beautiful engine. We're gonna do some, you're gonna see a video of this operating here fairly soon. We're gonna do the review of this. And then did we do the review of this already? The CPKC? I can't remember if we did the review of it.
Maybe we did. I don't remember.
We'll have to check back and look. So if we did, we'll do the review of it, and then we're gonna do some running on it, because a friend gave me, for my birthday, gave me a really cool coil car. It's the Kansas City Southern coil car, so we'll put that right behind the engine and hook up some of their freight cars on it. And we'll have those running. We're going to have some really good runs coming up. We have to do some volunteer work tomorrow for our church. And not have to, we're going to do some volunteer for the food pantry. So when we get that done, we're going to make some videos tomorrow. We're just going to do the videos tomorrow. We're just going to uncover all the videos tomorrow.
We'll be good.
So you guys will see some new run videos of all these new trains that we've got going here.
I got a couple more things.
Sure.
Josh says I still like the very tallest building that almost touches the roof.
We got two of those now. So we got the Titan and we have the Alexandria. So the Alexandria is about 1/8 of an inch from the ceiling, and the Titan is about 2.
Natsu says this is awesome.
Oh, thank you.
What's the benefit of HO versus N scale? It also says, and church, this rocks.
Yes. Main difference between the two is there's just probably a lot more available in HO than there is N. But if you have a 3D printer like we have, that we can do just about anything we want. And they're starting to catch up really well with their motive power. You can get pretty much all of the new stuff, along with a good selection of the old ones. We're just doing a little simulated. I'm just trying to get how I want to do operations when we get started. I'm just doing a little simulated stop right here for my passenger trains at the station. So we, I was kind of unsure as to whether we were going to go with N-scale because I just didn't know. It'd been so long since I hadn't had any N-scale of any kind. I've been doing HO with my dad the whole time, but I'm finding there's enough available. Plus, there's things available on N-scale that is not available in HO, which is kind of good. Yes.
Nato Senim asks, are the buildings commercially purchased or custom made?
Everything you see here on our layout, building-wise, we have designed and 3D printed. Most of the buildings take a long time to print. Let's see, is the Alexandria visible? No. Okay, so you can't see the Alexandria, so I'll just use the Titan as an example. The Titan is our tall one over here. That's the darker gray. That was about an 8-day printing process to get all of that printed. We only have a single 3D printer, so we keep it busy. The Alexandria right here has been going on probably closer to about 12 to 14 days. It's just pretty much done. This right back here, our Artemis project, Artemis complex with the 4 towers, that was the better part of a month in printing. The Mako tower was probably about 10 days, and so far on our Gemini convention center and parking garage, we've probably got about 2.5 weeks in on that printing. So it just takes some time, but you can get anything you want to. On our huge elevated track, that I don't even know how many hours we have on that because we've been putting it together a little bit at a time. We don't have anything here that came from a kit. Everything has been either 100% designed by us or things that we've altered and taken inspiration from other things. So right now we're in the middle of printing this big guy. He is going to be, well, we thought this was going to be the tallest we ever were going to do. We thought this was really cool when we first did it. Thought that's really great. That's a big skyscraper. Well, no, it isn't. I mean, you can see it's puny. So we've got a building coming right now that's going to be the replacement of this, exactly the same kind of design, but it's going to be 4 foot tall. Yes.
Got quite a few things
Here
here.
you go right ahead.
All right, let's see. Brock James asks, is this similar to Chicago?
It's kind of Chicago-ish. It's kind of New Yorkish downtown with all the buildings from the early part of the last century. But then we're going to be putting big modern glass buildings up against the wall, so you're going to transition from these older buildings into more modern buildings. So it could be any kind of a big city that has an old history like that.
Let's see here. Hypernova Steve says, trains in the city is dangerous.
They can be, yeah. They can be. If people aren't doing it's not the train's fault. It's people not paying attention or doing things they're not supposed to do.
Oh.
Yes.
Nado Senim says, nice, I'm subscribing. I look forward to watching the progress.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
This summer, especially these 3 months right here for summer, we're probably going to be doing more work in these 3 months than we've done entirely up to this point. So you're going to see massive amounts of change. So my recommendation is look at videos, go back in like September, and look at videos from June where we are versus where we are in September, and you're going to see quite a change.
Let's see.
Oh, and if you weren't here when we first started, you know those special trains I was telling you about? We 3D printed off Bombardier cars or Bombardier cars, however you want to pronounce it. These have interiors. I've got to get all the supports off. These are all just supports for the windows. These all come off. You'll see all the windows. This is the angle top for it. And here's the interior for it. We're going to be doing 3 cars for each of those trains I just showed you. The set painted in black with the safety markings on it to match that black one, and the other one will be a Phase 6 Amtrak scheme. Yes.
Dynamite Dromedary says, super cool, great job.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. Brock says, with all the plastic used to print, has it pretty much paid for itself for the printer projects?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The printer ran us $300, well, $299. I'll give you some examples here. I've done this before, but I'll go ahead and give you some examples. All right, so our big building back here, there's only 1 or 2 companies in the country that are making buildings that they don't even get this tall. They get up to about maybe right in here in height. I added up, before we got our printer, I added up, I thought, well, how much is it going to cost me to order skyscrapers from other companies? So it turns out you can buy like the base kit and then you add extensions on the interior. You make it any height you want to make it. To get to this height right here, the basic height right there, was going to be $1,200 for that one building. So I'm not a math genius, but you can definitely tell. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 towers right now working on our 10th. If we took an average of, let's say, $1,100 a tower through other companies, you're looking at $11,000. The printer ran us $300. So you take $300 off of $11,000, leaves $10,700, free and clear profit. And I'll tell you right now, the PLA filament has been cheap. Basically, 1 roll, maybe a little more than 1 roll per building, but like these short ones, definitely just 1 roll, 1 roll, 1 roll. This one maybe just a little bit more, but 1 roll. You can catch those rolls on sale for, I'll get there. You can catch those on sale. You can catch, he's sitting here, he's got questions. I got questions in a second. I'm just finishing up. So about $20 a building. So take 20 times, what did we have? We said we had 8, so something like that. So 9, that's 160. So $200 versus $12,000. So yes, it's definitely paid for itself and then some. That's not even counting the bridge. Okay.
Okay. Infinity asks if this is HRM scale.
In scale?
Isaac says, do you remember those Delaware and Wellsboro coaches you wanted to see when I was done? You might get to see one of them in a few weeks.
Oh, cool.
Someone's done on the decals now.
Very good. Yeah, I'd love to send the pictures on.
Brock says, them damn kids crossing a set of tracks in the teens, no business to be trespassing.
Right.
Let's see. That many tracks, you're bound to be hit if not careful.
Right. Yeah. See, we on our main on our main level here, which is three levels essentially, we have our base level here, then we have our 2 levels of our elevated track. That gives us 7 main lines up here. So there's a lot of action. On our elevated track, I saw a guy today on Facebook. I thought,
Yeah.
oh, doggone, if I'd had the money, I'd have bought him. He had the Kato subway with the powered subway ones. He had 7 sets. $45 a set is all it was. He said he ran them each like once or twice. And he said they're all in perfect condition.
Did they all sell out? Or?
I don't know. He had the green one. He had the blue one. He had the red one. I thought for our elevated track for our 2 dedicated subway lines. I thought there were the trains right there. $90 to get our 2 trains.
Man.
But yeah, we're working on a budget like most people are these days. So it was just like, well, maybe in a train show we'll see it. Okay.
Let's see. Infinity says no shot. This is N scale. Roots Radix says brings back childhood memories from the 80s.
Oh, well, good. We're glad. So I'm doing a simulated stop right now for all my little people to come down from my sort of finish station down in my passenger trains, and then they'll take off and go here in a minute. I have them both going the same direction. Normally, what we'll have, like I just said a little bit ago, is we'll have this one will go this way, and this one will be coming this way. This track will be going this way, and they'll meet up like that with engines out either end. I think it was kind of cool having the 2 engines. You see that? Yeah, you do. I kind of think it looks kind of cool having both engines sitting there like that. So if we get a Metro set, that'd look really cool. Maybe do all 3 tracks with trains going. We'll definitely, if we get a Metro set, we'll put one up here on the upper level on the elevated track that we've got going. So, okay.
Let's see. Jamie asks, will there be any working fountains or cement ponds?
Right here, where we're going to have all the gardens around the station, I saw really cool. They use lights to do it. It doesn't have real water in it, but it actually looks like a fountain working because they have fiber optics and LEDs in them that simulate the water coming up. So I'm probably going to get that and put a fountain on each corner right there, and mix that with all of the beautiful planters and the greenery that we're going to have around here. Back here in our garden section, our park area that's going to be roughly about 4 inches back from this rock, all the way along the front and all the way along there. That's going to be our park area. I'm going to have a couple of ponds, but it'll be just the water effects water. It won't be real water, but we'll have like some streams and some ponds along up here, along with all the trees and people up here just enjoying the park, the city park all the way around. Okay.
Okay, let's see. Roots Radix says, I was a teen in the 80s, had a Commodore 64 and a train set, but a small one.
Oh, cool. I was a teen in the 80s. Class of 84, as a matter of fact. So,
let's see. Isaac says, could be wrong, but with how much I detail my NKP and then possibly put a LOX on, it might look similar to the Scale Trains version.
oh, yeah. I mean, you can detail basic engines out to look just as good as any of the new stuff, and including, brass, Overland brass. All the parts are there. They're Detail Associates and Detail West. I don't even know if they're even still in existence, but there's gobs of parts for every little piece you need. You can put everything on there, then paint the engine, and it'll look just as good as anything that comes out that's high end, and have the satisfaction of doing it yourself. So,
Jamie says, I hope you include a baseball stadium.
we don't quite have. We probably will have it in the background, like in the painted background that you'll see between the skyscrapers, the background ones. This is only 9 foot by 7 foot. I just don't have the room for that with everything that we're doing. So that would gobble up probably that entire wall over there if I was to do at least half that wall, and I've got that earmarked for our corporate headquarters.
Trains with Russell and Ryan says, love your videos. You inspire me to keep making my own train layout and pushing through to keep making videos. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for that. I'm glad we're inspiring to you. It can sometimes be a real, you look at projects, you go, I don't feel like doing that today. I had that yesterday, and man, it was a chore pushing through that yesterday. Like I said, I got started at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't finish until 11 o'clock last night. It only took about 3 hours off during the day, staggered here and there, just to get a break and get off my feet. But I was able to accomplish getting this done. the entire top of that. And I was able to get the curved bridge put over there and some other little detail things done. So, it's some of those days are sometimes hard to do, but then the payoff is really good. Because like today, I didn't have this quite completed, so this morning I spent, before I had to go run my errands this morning, I spent 2 hours this morning gluing all the sections of the roof together. It's not glued to the building, so I can take it off and paint it separately, but then I was able to wrap it up this morning. So then I felt good taking the afternoon off, not working on anything, and did some stuff with the family, so.
Let's see here. Give me just a sec.
Yeah.
Brock says, I found the Silver Streak. I love that movie.
Oh, that's a good movie.
And Oki says, oh no, we're talking about movies again.
Yeah, Silver Streak was a great movie. I really enjoyed that one. That was a good pairing with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. And murder mystery on the train. So kind of like an Agatha Christie novel type of a thing.
Oki says, I'd have to come see you all to visit the stadium if we put it in.
So you'd have your stadium list complete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can come and look at our painting on the wall of the stadium if you want to. But what I could probably do, which would be easy to do, would be like get a side view of the stadium, put it up like back over here, but then up I could put lights actually like casting down like they're, make the top of the stadium glow. So we could probably do something like that.
Let's see.
Oh, heavens, you know what?
Huh.
I guess it's lucky that this thing is really running well.
Why?
I forgot to clean my track after
putting
all the ballast down.
Yeah.
But I had cleaned, every time I did stuff, I cleaned the rails off every time individually, so I know I'm doing okay. You know what I want to do, though? I am going to make sure I don't have anything on the top of the rails. I mean, it sounds like everything's going great. But I am going to go ahead and just hit these 3 tracks real quick.
Railfan NS says Amtrak, CSX, and NS.
Yep.
Let's see.
Case I'm usually really good about my gluing, so I don't really think there's an issue here with any glue on the top of the tracks. I haven't seen anything. So I'm just going to get this real quick, though.
Jamie asks if they make miniature gargoyle or other facade features.
That's funny that you asked that. I was just thinking that the other day. I thought I would like to have some gargoyles up on top of some of my buildings. I'm sure we could find some 3D print files for it, and I'll probably wind up looking for them. So it's just funny that you brought that up, because I'm not joking. Like 2-3 days ago, I was thinking exactly the same thing, that like maybe on the top of one of my Artemis buildings, do that, or even here on the Alexandria, like up here on that area. I thought that would look really, really good. So I'm sure we'll find something, either an HO or N, or just as a model itself, and then we can scale it down in size to what we need. So. Yeah, that's just funny that you asked that.
X-Bob asks if we're going to run a Dreyfuss Hudson if we get it in our collection.
Yep, we sure are. I love Hudsons. Those 464s are fantastic engines. I hope to have a 20th Century Limited, and I'd love to get the Blue Goose. Okay, this should, if there was any glue on the track, this should have cleaned it all off.
Brock says, it was nice meeting y'all. Have to run. I'll check your feed soon. Take care of yourself, and the greatest hobby in the world.
You too, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Like I said, anybody that's coming for the first time, if you've liked it, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next live stream. Okay. Get any little fuzzies off.
Oki says the D-backs stadium is Phoenix. In Phoenix is right beside the train tracks running through downtown.
Oh,
that's cool.
Cool.
Brock says bye.
Good to see ya.
X-Bob says, yeah, please run it super fast because they're workhorses. Jamie asks, ever considered having a guy scaling one of your buildings?
Yes, actually, we are going to be we talked about this actually on the last live stream, but we got into a whole subject about the kind of things we need to have. We are gonna have all kinds of Easter eggs here for you guys. So when we do a live stream and we're just doing a run, we're gonna have all these little scenes, everything that's gonna be going on. Wherever the camera is, we're gonna put a notice up in the description area that's gonna say, can you find this, in the scene? And we'll have just tons of things that you'll be able to do. We'll have like Spider-Man going between the buildings. We'll have, window cleaners. We're gonna have like special car things. We're gonna have, scenes from movies, all kinds of stuff like that. So we will have all of that. So, and then each one will be a little different, because then when you like look at this section, it'll be different here versus over here.
Crochet Lady says have Batman standing on a gargoyle. Oh, and she says to stay hydrated tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to, because I don't know how many pounds we're having to unload out of the truck for the food pantry tomorrow. Last week was, what was it, 1,200 pounds, 1,300 pounds?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
but that was the biggest that
order.
she had gotten in. Even if it's about 1,000 pounds tomorrow, it can be a little bit wearing. So, night ain't no spring chicken. Yeah. So there we go. So now that's just so funny. I thought about this. Now just shows how I keep my stuff when I'm working on it, because we've had no issues. I haven't heard any grinding, nothing. But I knew I'd cleaned all my rails out. I will vacuum in here and get anything that is loose out a little later. But obviously we're doing just fine.
Trains with Russell and Ryan says rail on, friends.
Well, thank you.
Hey. Let's see. Oki says I was able to rail a fan before and after the game, lol.
Oh, very good.
The Crochet Lady asks when the next live is.
Our next live will probably be Friday, because tomorrow we have to take care of unloading that truck for the food pantry. And then on, why are you getting noisy? Oh, my auto racks is getting noisy. And then Thursday, we have a good friend coming over, and we are doing a weathering day, car weathering day, freight car weathering day. We're going to be weathering 4 coal cars. I'm going to show them the techniques I use to do my weathering. I'll get the camera and I'll show you guys some of my cars here in just a little bit. And then I'm just going to let him take the cars with him when he goes. So that's going to be a fun day Thursday. That's going to be pretty much a long day doing that. So I'm not going to pretty much feel like doing a live stream after that. So we'll do a live stream on Friday.
Let's see. Jamie says we should put Waldo in a window.
Should put what?
Waldo in a window.
Oh, we can do that.
Speaking of the auto racks, he asks, are you running cattle cars behind the Amtrak?
No, actually, what we're running behind the Amtrak is the Auto Train auto racks. I found these were a special run by Concord for the auto train that runs back east. So I have a total of 6 auto racks that have the auto train on it, and as I expand the train, I get more passenger cars. I'll add more of the auto racks to it. We see them running on Virtual Rails Ashland camera. You can pretty much catch them in the mornings every day. They generally run about 20 passenger cars and anywhere from 30 to 40 of the auto rack cars. There's no way, if I did that here, the back of the train would touch the front of the train. So I'm going with a kind of an abbreviated version of it. I'll have probably 8 cars and about 6 to 8 of the auto racks. So that's just a special train that runs from Florida up to DC.
Let's see. Okie Train says trivia night. I need to.
Oh yeah, trivia night. Yeah, trivia night's tomorrow night. Our fourth person who has joined us for the past couple will be coming up for it. And tomorrow night from what is it, 5:30?
Yeah, 5:30 to like.
Oh no, 6 to 7:30.
Yeah,
6 to.
That's when it actually runs.
That's when it actually runs. Yeah, we've been doing Buffalo Wild Wings trivia night on Wednesday nights, and in the 3 that we've gone and done, we took second place, first place, first place. So, and we get a gift card that's good enough to buy all of our appetizers that we go and have, along with a little something else for dinner as the prize. So basically, when we win, it pays for our next visit. So we're going to go and try our luck at trivia night.
Isaac says that old red caboose in my EMD video was a Silver Street kit. I paid $5 for it.
Oh, that's cool.
Never fully built it. I thought it was all the metal had lead.
Oh. So I'm doing another simulated stop here. We'll be letting passengers on and off. Very good. I really like this station. I like it being right here. I'm going to have to make my basic control area right here, which is good because down here on the lower level, I'm going to have my part of my mountain's going to be right here, and I'm going to have a tunnel, set of tunnels right here. So I think like right in front, I will put all my controls, and I'll set up my block system like right here for this whole area for my switches that I'm going to have here that's going to get over to the staging and my helix. So this will just be kind of a good operational area. It's going to be like right here. Or I'll do it on the outside, but I kind of like being on the inside of the loop.
Jamie asked, do we have any Suisun or other shipping containers?
We have Maersk. Yeah.
And,
We've got a whole bunch of
yeah.
we got a whole bunch of shipping containers. Let's see. We got some JB Hunt CSX. I've got some lease ones. Hoppeck Void. I've got a bunch of Genstars over here. We got a lot of unusual ones down below that I got in a container car set. Some from Alaska, some other ones. So we've got quite a few different ones. We're going to put together about a 15 car, because that's about the right size for this size layout. About a 15 car container train, and so that'll look nice running around. You know, getting into the loops, the helix, getting up to the upper loops and stuff. Here, I'll show you some of my weathered cars. What we're talking about that we're gonna be working on Wednesday.
Mike says, my name's Michael Lockhart, and I just subscribed to your channel.
Oh, well, thank you, Michael. Glad you're here. We're just having a good time doing some train running today and talking about trains. Oh, where are my glasses at, Gabe?
I don't know.
I put them here, and I forget. That's what I've been doing, is sitting here looking around for my glasses. Okay, so I'll show you.
Isaac asked, not sure how much they're worth, if untouched or perfect condition. Do you know?
Of what?
That red caboose.
That I don't know.
Yeah.
That I don't know.
Where
are you off the tracks?
Okie says, it's late here in Florida. I have to be up in 7 hours. See you later.
Oh, glad you came on.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
This weekend we'll try to do a daytime one during the day. I don't know which day, but we'll try to do that. Okay, so here's some of my weathering that I do.
Jamie says, no, I guess no racetrack, too large.
Yeah, racetrack would be a little too big. So this is what I'm going to show him how to do these kind of effects. I'll see if I can get a good side view here.
Xbob says, they look like cattle cars from my screen.
Oh.
But I went to the Lionel store in Nashville, and there were trains from $250 up to like $5,000.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I was even scared to breathe the air.
Yeah. It can get pricey. So you can see what I'm going to show him how to do here is I'm going to show him how to do this kind of realistic looking weathering on all this. So we're going to be doing that on Thursday. He's a subscriber here on the channel. Found out he doesn't live very far from here, and we've been in contact quite a bit. And he's just turned into a really good friend. So I'm going to show him how to do all this kind of stuff. So you can kind of see that. I'll show you some. Well, here's my Homer Simpson car. This is based on a real prototype. There's a 3 cars total that this graffiti guy did. He did Homer, Marge, and Krusty the Clown. I've got Homer done. I'll get the other 2 done fairly soon. But you can see all the rust and the weathering that I do right there. It's all just very subtle, but then I get it really heavy on some areas. Like here's some, there's one that's an auto rack that just has basic weathering on it. You can see the tops of what I do on the tops of these cars to get the rust around the edges. Try not to hit my my Skid Row buildings. They're having a hard time as it is. You can see right here, the meth lab blew up on the top floor. So yeah, you can see it there, all of that. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, JJ Scheffler, did you see that?
Thank you. It took. This is just my art that I have, my art background to be able to get this. What does that say? I don't know, something blocked. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to show him how to do all that on Wednesday. Well, can't show how to do all of this in a day, but I'm going to give him the basics of it, and we'll get together again. and be able to, over the course of 2 or 3 times getting together, I'll really show them how to put all that together.
Good night to those sleepy heads, and see you in the next live from Crochet Lady.
All right, is that back where it needs to be? I'll get the train started back up again. Is that pretty good?
Uh-huh.
Hits the down area there
Yeah.
where they come into the station. Okay, so they've had a long stop here. We must have to do a crew change at the same time. So we will get him going. And the Surfliner not to be beaten. So, this area right here that I'm getting ready to do with the green effect, well, I gotta bring the elevated track on around and cut through here. I gotta push these buildings back just a little bit more to get a little bit of room coming through here. And then I can figure out where our park area is gonna be. Like I said, the station will be the beginning of the park area because of all the greenery that's gonna be around it. And then I'm gonna have to push him back a little ways. We'll have nothing but greenery all the way this way. So I'm hoping to get started on that within a couple of weeks. I saw a new, well, it's new to me. The company's been around since early 2000, but it's called JTT Miniature Trees. I've used mostly, I've either made my own trees or I've used Woodland Scenics. And they're okay. They can look a little toyish. Some of the ones are really good from them, but others are not. But I was reviewing reviews and reviewing really good images of people that had them on their layout. The JTT miniature trees look really nice. So I don't know if anybody that's watching this has had any experience with them. So I'm hoping to get some feedback. So if you have, like post a message about it if you've liked them versus others. Because I think it will look nice. They have anything in range from size from about 1.5 inches to 3 inches tall, which is pretty tall for in scale. So I'm just going to have this whole area littered with them. You can buy them pretty cheap. I can find packages of what they call, I think, forest edge trees. They look really nice. It's like $10 for a set of 20 trees. And that's with shipping. Yes. He's eyeing me from the corner saying, I have questions.
Yes.
Yes.
Jamie says, I would like a house full of those things. How about a presidential train?
We hadn't really thought about doing any presidential stuff. We might.
Maybe like the Abraham Lincoln one.
Yeah, we probably do the Abraham Lincoln. I do love that paint scheme on that one. But we're trying to keep, for the most part, everything political out of our out of discussions and out of the layout, because that can turn really nasty really quick. And we just want to sit here and run trains. So if we do, it might be that. It is a pretty looking engine. So.
JJ says, I wish I had more time to work on my layout period. Going on vacation to Chicago tomorrow for a couple days, only a few hour car ride for me.
Oh, well, you're not very far from us because we're only about a 45-minute ride from car ride from Chicago. So that's so wherever you're at, you must be like mid-Illinois or something, or maybe you're up here in Wisconsin and going down. I don't know. But either way, you're fairly close to us. So if you ever want to extend your trip, you go into Chicago, you want to extend your trip, and you want to come by, we always, starting towards the end of the summer when people can actually help operate and do stuff, and we have lots of trains we can run, we are going to open this up for anybody that's coming through that wants to come run some trains and have some fun. So that will always be available. We're 45 minutes from Milwaukee, 45 minutes from Chicago. We're about 4.5 hours from Minneapolis. We're about 5-6 hours from, this is all drive time, 5-6 hours from St. Louis. About the same, or about 5-6 hours from Indianapolis. So we're kind of in the heart of a lot of stuff. So if you're ever in this area for something, contact us ahead of time. We'll see if we can set up a time after summer's over with to get together and run some trains.
Let's see. Jamie Schweitzer says NC Amtrak is specific to North Carolina train engines and passenger cars.
Oh, okay.
Running out of air. Your average crossover channel says, I absolutely love your layout. Hope to see the Flying Scotsman and the E2 tank engine get bought and arrive to the layout.
Yep, we are going to have some European, for sure, some European engines. Flying Scotsman will be one, and I definitely want to get a Coronation class and a Ballard class. So whenever I can find those, I might be able to track some of those down at a train show. If I can, I'll see if I can't pick those up. I think those are beautiful engines. It would be a nice compliment. You know, they could be over here for a special tour or something. So I will definitely have those at some point. I think my little Surfliner's had enough of the rest and to change out for passengers, so there we go.
Jimmy asked, could you do the Space Needle?
We might be able to do something like that, like a background building, a partial somewhere, because I'm still debating on what background buildings I want to use. So we could potentially have a Space Needle or something like that. Like I said, I did find a really good file for the Empire State Building. We'll have to scale it down because there's no way I could ever have 100-story plus. But right now we're maxed. I think our Alexandria is sitting at about 60 stories. So things we have to do at this point, we have to scale things down a little bit. But being a background building, we can make it a little smaller, maybe make it Z scale, and like it's in the distance. And we can do the same thing with like maybe the Space Needle or something like that. Oh yeah, that just looks nice gliding by each other. I'm gonna get the Surfliner kicked into high here. There we go. Gonna have to clean the track the next time all the way around. Before the next time we get together to run. Oh, that looks cool. Kind of paste each other coming into the station. Nice. So you're going to see some good run videos, more down at track angles. We'll have some videos coming up by this weekend of all these trains. We're going to get the BNSF out. I may put one on the head of an Amtrak since they always seem to have helpers because something happens. So we'll probably put like maybe a BNSF on the head or maybe my UP Spirit. But then we're going to get some really good stuff. We'll get the FEC, we'll get the CPKC. So we're going to film a whole bunch of stuff right towards the end of the week. So you'll see some really good run stuff. I've decided I'm just going to power through, take a day like I did with all this, where I got so much done. It only took me a full day to get at least the first block of Skid Row done. I'll get those 2 towers done that have the top floor that got blown up by the meth lab. I'll get that little module finished and done and in place so that we can get the camera down at that end and have some nice shots of the passenger trains running behind them. So I just got to get that done. I've had that sitting there for too long now. So we'll get that area wrapped up, and then the 3 buildings right there. We've got all the fire escapes for the back of it, so we'll put those on. Now I'll get them done to the point of being needed to be super detailed, which is putting figures in, putting all the details, trash, clothing, things like that, like laundry hanging out, stuff like that. We'll be to that point. We'll have the basic build done. Then as the time progresses, I get new things in, I'll go and I'll add to it. So every scene will be a continual progress. I don't think any scene will probably ever be completely done, but you won't know it. It's just things I want to do for myself for them. More than likely, a lot of stuff will look complete within the next 6 months, but I'll have all these little things I want to do behind the scenes.
Jamie asked, do you have a roundhouse or any forklifts?
We don't have a roundhouse, but I'm starting to design our engine service facility. Over here on this long wall that's on that far wall over there, we're putting our yards in and our diesel service facility. I'm going to have probably a 6 to 7 bay diesel service facility in combination with an Amtrak service area. And with the areas there, the platforms there for all of the fuel and everything, sand, the water, the whole works. We're gonna design that specifically. I'm actually thinking of doing a combo where it's in addition to having the service facility, we're gonna have a large tower that'll be up the yard control tower coming up out of the building, maybe on the corner or something that will oversee the entire yards right there. I think that would look kind of unique because usually the tower is separate away from it. But this way I can keep the yards open, so I can have everything lined up, and then I'll have all that down at the business end. So that we should have it designed, and we'll have this whole wall over here built within the next couple of weeks, as far as the construction goes, and then we'll start to build the buildings for it and lay out the sidings and all that. Yes.
Halo Code says Amtrak.
Yep.
Oh, Willem's here. He says this has improved a ton.
Thank you. Yes, we now have our station, at least the basics of the construction done.
Let's see. Kevin's asks, what scale is the train?
These are in scale, so it's 1/160th.
Cam says 6'7".
I'm not saying it.
8'7".
No. So, we were actually out today when we were running some errands. We stopped off at it's kind of it's called Best of Beloit, and it's kind of an arts and crafts, antique, catch-all kind of a place. And a guy had some really cool airplane kits that, I don't know if you guys, we have a video of it. If you want to look at it, we did it's on our playlists. I did a B-25, I think it was, as a flat car load for a museum on 2 flat cars. So I found some really cool airplanes that were not quite 1/160th. They were about 1/150th, close enough for me. So I may wind up doing some special flat car loads with military aircraft that are heading off to a museum. They're all rusted and everything. So I saw those today, kind of got inspired, but then I realized my laundry list of everything I had to do here. So they're still sitting there, those kits are still sitting there. Maybe in about 6 months or so, 4 to 6 months, I may pick those up and start doing some custom flat car loads.
Willem says, I like the painted buildings and trains.
Thank you.
Jamie asks, any hospital?
Actually, we do have a small one, which is going to get enlarged. I'll show you that here in just a sec. I'm going to do some more passenger stuff. This is our hospital right here.
And Cam says, please say 6'7".
All right, 6'7". There you go. All right, so here's our hospital. This is another custom design by Gabe. So we're probably going to take this and make it larger. Make the main tower in the center bigger, and then maybe make this wing, and then maybe even have like a helicopter pad on top right here. So this was done back when we thought these were like our biggest buildings, like when we thought this was going to be our biggest skyscraper. So it's just got to be made bigger. So we'll probably do this and maybe fit it back in a corner somewhere. But yes, we do have a hospital, just like we have a post office and stuff like that. So we will have all the major stuff that a city needs to be able to operate smoothly. So I'm just going to get some more water. It is so hot in here. I've talked about before, this room gets hardly any airflow. It's the farthest place in the house away from our air conditioning, so by the time air gets here, plus I also have the vents blocked because I have this right here to keep I have this thing, these boards down right here to keep all my sanding dust off of my layout. So the trade-off of that is it blocks the vents. But it's really cool out in the hallway, so I'm going to get some fans and start blowing the cool air in here. But until then, this is pretty hot. Yes?
Willem says that hospital's awesome. My hospital is a Walters Ford post office.
Cool. So you did a kit bash. That's cool.
Redneck says hi, smiley face.
Hey!
Jesse asks, are your models analog or digitally controlled?
This is all DC. We're not DCC at all on this. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible so that when I turn it on, I can just let them go. And I know DCC's got that ability and everything, but and even better than DC, but I can just do a simple block system because every track that I have, we've got 7 main lines on this upper level. Every track will have its own MRC tech controller, and I can just set the speed and walk off and let them do their thing. I'll have a basic, like along right here, I'll have a basic diagram of my switches with little throws. Just got to align the power right, and I can send them off and head them over into my staging area and let them cross over the switches to get to the tracks to do that. So it's no big deal to do any of that. So right now we're just doing DC. We may eventually go DCC, but I don't know. This just seems to be the simplest route for me right now. Yes.
Cam says, I like N scale. How about you?
Love N-Scale. I was into HO pretty much my entire life. And usually when you get to my age and you have the eyesight problems like I have, you're moving out of N-Scale and into HO, I've gone just the reverse. I was in HO up until about 3 years ago. But my room here, my actual working area for our layout is only 9 foot by 7 foot. And it's double leveled. So I could have like one loop, one small loop in HO with a few industries, or I can have this. And I wanted this. So we just went with N-Scale as our primary scale. We do have some Z-Scale track back there that I was using for comparison. We were thinking about going with Z-Scale, but there's not enough competition, production competition right now to get the engine costs down to where it's good. Once it is, then we'll probably do like maybe a background Z-Scale for like force perspective. And then upstairs, we probably will do, when we move a layout up to upstairs, we probably will do a Z-Scale up there. Yes.
Okay, Willem says, I kit bashed that hospital.
Yep, yep, perfect.
Yep.
I love kit bashing.
Jamie asked, did the electronics get hot?
No, not really. These little tech controls, these MRC tech controls, I mean, these things have been around forever. This company's been around forever. So no, they don't really get hot. And at night, I have a circuit breaker down here. I turn the power off to the entire layout. So nothing, I know if I forget to turn the power pack off, nothing's on overnight. Yeah, it works out pretty good.
Guitar Golf says, looking good.
Oh, thank you. All right, we've had our passenger change out, so we will, Surfliner's gonna get started first this time. There comes the Amtrak. And if you're curious, my Amtrak is based, if you weren't here when we were talking about it earlier, my Amtrak is based on the Auto Train. I rode the Auto Train, the original Auto Train before it became Amtrak, back in the 70s from DC down to Florida when it was that purple, red, and white scheme. Fantastic. It was a lot of fun. And I thought it was gone. I didn't realize Amtrak had absorbed it. And then I got to see one on the Ashland Virtual Rail live stream. And I thought, oh, that's really cool. So I started doing some research, and I found there were some companies that have the auto carriers. So I've built my own auto train, and we'll keep expanding it. I've got more of all the cars. We'll get it to be about a 15-car train eventually. I think that'll look pretty good.
Let's see. Willem says, my uncle, cousin, and I just finished the building and put it on his post.
Oh, cool.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Cam says, all right, yeah, because I do N-Scale too.
Yep. N-Scale's pretty fun for the size and everything. The only thing I have a hard time with really is just getting the stuff on the tracks. So I'm going to get myself one of those little ramp things that just, you put on the top and shoots down and it doesn't, then I'll have that problem solved. The engines I don't have a problem with because they're heavy and the trucks don't wobble like the cars do. So once I get that, then I shouldn't have any issues.
Jamie asked, did you have a train set as a kid?
No, never really had a train set. Always had a train layout because my dad is the one that got me into this. He was always a model railroader. So as far back as I can remember, we always had a train layout of some form. Never really completed, but of some sort. just, yeah, I really like how this station looks. I can't wait to get it all lit up. I can't wait to get it painted, weathered, all the details around it. I'm gonna dirty everything up. This is just all too clean right now. I'm gonna get my weathering on all of my I-beams and all this. I'll get the foot traffic, weathering done, and then we put the planters around. We'll have like water staining and things from when they watered them. We'll have those little water fountains here and there, and then we'll put some nice lighting up here. Might even put some lights hidden down inside the planters where it shines up on the buildings, on the building itself, so that at night the whole thing's lit up. We'll just kind of see as it goes. I've got plenty of room underneath to run all my lights. I am going to put an interior on the lower level. We'll have all the benches and everything, you know, for the passengers waiting for the trains to come in, with a little ticket sale area, maybe a convenience store, all that kind of stuff. So we definitely will be putting a lot of attention into the station. What's up?
Forever Forgiven says, "This is so cool, man. Is that like a whole city you built?"
It is. We're in the middle of building it. Right now, we're about halfway done with the basic builds, and I've just begun painting the buildings. Right now, everything's pretty much in the raw PLA filament, except for the big tall one behind me here, the Titan. It's painted, and this guy right here, part of the Artemis complex, it's painted, but I've got the 4 other towers to go. But this whole summer, I'll be getting everything painted, so this winter I can start to turn my attention to windows. We have another 4 large freestanding skyscrapers to make, and then we have all of our background buildings, which will all be skyscrapers as well. So when we get done with it, it will be a full-looking city. So if you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification, because we're going to be going live about 3-4 times a week, something like that, through the summertime until he heads back. He's off for summer. That's my son that you hear talking in the background, and he's the one that puts everything together for me. So we're going to take advantage of the summer and get everything done. All the builds finished for the most part, and then this fall we'll pick up all the track we need, and we'll get everything done that way, but then he'll be back to school. So we're just taking advantage right now of him being off to get everything finished.
Let's see.
Yes.
Your average crossover channel says, "If one of your engines loses control and starts becoming a runaway, and your RC for the engines is no use, that's how you know you got to get another engine to stop the engine."
Yep, and you just watch that on Amtrak's all the time. They always seem to have a freight on the front of them, especially when they're running chargers. There's always seems to be a freight having to help out.
Guitar Golf says it would be cool to put some lights under there.
Yes, we are going to be lighting up underneath the station completely. We'll be building the platforms between the tracks, having an elevator shaft down here against the wall from the station down, along with stairs that go down. And then we'll have the platforms loaded with people and baggage carts and all kinds of stuff.
Let's see. Forever Forgiven says, "Wow, I subscribe. Definitely want to see the finished product."
Oh, well, thank you.
Reminds you of the little village in the first Beetlejuice movie, which I always thought was so cool as a kid.
Yeah, that might be a good Easter egg. Is put if I get a cemetery, put his tombstone there. I'm sure we could probably scratch build something. That'd be a good idea, actually.
Guitar Golf says, "Good team here. I subscribe."
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, my son does a good job on all this. Like I said, I do a scribble out on a piece of paper. I say, "This is what I want, and this is how big I want it," and he puts it into the software and he gets it all done. I mean, I was really impressed with that curve. He really fought through that to get those things made, and then he had a heck of a time making these. This you wouldn't think this would be that big a deal, but this right here took him most of a day just to get this I-beam. These go on our curves coming off of our elevated track because they have the little angles. So he got through it, and it's perfect now. I can just put these for my extra supports underneath the top girders. Stuff is excellent. So he does what he knows how to do this. So
Jason asks, "How do you come up with the names of the buildings?"
I base a lot of the buildings names on just like mythology, things like that. So for example, this is the Alexandria. Tip the camera up so you can see the top of it, so they know what I'm talking about. Just kind of do this while as I point out the buildings. Just tip the whole. Yeah, you might have to get up.
Maybe I just have to tip the. Okay.
You still can't see the top of that building.
Oh, the one at the very
The
top?
Alexandria,
Yeah, okay. There you go.
you still can't see the top.
Yeah,
There it
give it
is,
a sec.
okay. So, the Alexandria, this is based on the Alexandria Lighthouse, one of the seven wonders of the world. The very top is gonna be like, supposed to simulate the lighthouse look of the light up there. We're gonna do some special light effects up on it. It also kind of looks like the downtown building, the huge skyscraper, the top of the one that's in LA. So that's why this one's the Alexandria. So it's based on the Alexandria Lighthouse. This is the Artemis.
Forever Forgiven says definitely a huge win, father and son duo.
Well, thank you. Yes, it is. It is. So then back here in the corner, we have the Artemis. And that's not based on the rocket company right now, the rockets that are going. What?
Bad Karma says, hey, if you're going to run those superliners, you need to have a solenoid on a randomized timer that kicks it off the track. Yeah.
Or at least have it where the engine dies.
Yeah.
Um,
And Cam says, oh, your son is good at reading the chat. Thank you.
yeah.
Jordan asks, do you have a Hiawatha? That's my favorite train.
I don't. I had it in HO. I'd like to get the 464 Streamliner. I don't even know if they make that in scale, but if they do, if I come across it, that's definitely one of the must-haves, along with the Blue Goose and the 20th Century Limited. Now, this is the only one whose name I'm not. I just have this one called the Mako. It doesn't mean anything right yet. I'm going to get a name for this one. I haven't decided what yet, but this one is the Titan. Obviously, for obvious reasons from mythology, the Titans. We have our over here to the left. Well, I guess it's your right, my left.
Hang on.
Okay. Okay. This is our convention center. We titled it the Gemini for the astrological for the two towers. It'll have a huge conventions. This is our convention center. It'll have a huge convention center back behind it. Here's our parking garage. In the corner, we've got our next big building after we do this one. Right now, we just call this the Diamond Building, but this one's going to go over here. We're making a large version of this. It'll be 4 foot tall. I haven't decided what the name of that one's going to be, but I'll come up with something from that kind of era. Back in the corner is going to be the Babylon. That's based on the Hanging Towers of Babylon, or Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which comes in another one of the seven wonders of the world, which plays into the Alexandria. You guys are going to love this building. Absolutely love it. I can't wait. I'm so excited about doing that building. I can't wait to show you. I mean, there's going to be waterfalls and plants and everything. It's just going to be one of the coolest looking buildings when we get it done. So that should be, we'll have that one up by the end of summer. Yes.
Jordan says the Hiawatha Kato N scale is great.
Oh, okay, good. So that's something we'll have to keep track of.
And Forever Forgiven asks, what did you guys use to build the city?
This is all 3D printed. So this is all PLA filament. We designed them. Well, I scribbled them. He designed them, and I told him what I wanted, and he built it for me. So we probably have a good, I don't know how many hours we have in this in print time, but it's in the hundreds and hundreds of hours of print time at this point to have all these buildings. Most buildings you see here have taken anywhere from 10 days to 2 weeks to print. Just plate after plate after plate. The plates are getting started now for the big diamond building. Because that's going to be our next big project. And it's going to sit right over here behind the station at an angle. It's going to be a really neat one. But then the Babylon, that's going to be the showpiece of our lab. That'll be back there. I've kind of got it in my head how I want it to look. Still working out the details. But the fact that we're going to have so much greenery on it and waterfalls with it, it's going to be a really incredible piece. So,
Guitar Golf asks, how do you do the windows? Is it like a big sheet or something?
Windows, when we do the actual window glazing, behind half of them we're going to put reflective film. You can buy reflective stuff that they use for baskets, for like making gift baskets. It's like what you see in downtowns with the different colors that are just reflective. So we'll pick out different colors for the buildings, like this one right here. I don't know what color we're going to do with it, but it'll be a reflective color, and it'll look like a mirror. And all of the windows will have inserts on the back side that'll be up flush to where all of them look nice. And then down here behind the tracks, we'll have lights that shine up for night running that'll illuminate the whole building. These right here will actually have windows in with glazings, and we'll have all the shades and everything, and some windows will have actual interiors, be able to see little rooms inside some of the windows. So it'll be a half and half kind of a thing.
He says, sweet.
Yeah.
Forever Forgiven asked, do you guys plan on putting any bridges over the railroads for the trains to travel under? That would be awesome.
Down below, we are going to have, in the mountain area, we're going to have lots of bridges. Show the big bridge.
Yeah.
This is our big elevated track bridge. Up here on this, we're going to have, it has 2 main lines here and 2 main lines here. We'll have 4 main lines that travel our elevated track. You can see all of that going around the corner. Comes around right here also, and cut in back behind here. It's going to cut in here, come all the way across here, and then hook up. So, and I've made them tall enough to where we can pass tracks under with roadbed and track, and have up to easily be able to run container cars without hitting any of the bridges on any level. So there will be, because to be able to switch to get over the helix and to get to our yard staging over here, we're actually going to have to pass under that big elevated track area. It's actually going to have to cut right through it and go over that way. So yes, we will have all kinds of bridge running.
Cam says, I like the buildings. Do you guys have any steam engines?
No steam engines yet, but we will have. We will be getting them over the years and be adding them in, mostly probably articulateds or streamliners. So I think that's where we're at now on this. So the next time we get together, Friday, I'm hoping to have all of this puttied. I'll be doing all of the corners, getting it all puttied, potentially even having the top primered, and maybe even the top roof panels painted the black. So we're going to really start getting into this. I'm going to try to get this whole area right here finished because I just love how all of this looks. I'm going to extend my passenger platforms on out from underneath the station out here to the open area so that we can handle more cars and more loading. And there'll be lights outside here to match the lights underneath. More than likely, the way this will run, this is going to be our pass-through track right here for our freights. And we'll have our passengers on these 2 lines right here. This one going that way and this one coming that way that doesn't have a train on it right now. I just don't have one on there right now because that track is being used as a storage track. You can see the FEC back behind me, and I have all the rest of the engines stacked over there on it. So that's, right now we're just running on these 2. As soon as I get that built this summer and I get my staging over there, I'll be able to clear all these up and be able to run on the tracks I want to run on. So let's get there. But I am going to go ahead and push through. I'm going to take one full day and push through getting my Skid Row set of towers done, where we have that top floor where the meth lab exploded. And we're going to have get all the scenery done on that so that we can start filming areas with the trains going back behind there. And then my little 3 buildings here, I'll figure out what I'm going to put next to it, and I'll get that block finished up too. That coal that I used to do the asphalt came out really nice. It's a little grainier than what I was hoping for, so I may take some of that, the cinders that are there, and I think I'm going to crush them down into a real powder. And I think I'll come in here and fill certain areas in to where it looks like it's, some of it's grainy, like you see in asphalt parking lots, and some of it's going to be really smooth. I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'll make a video if I do it, and if it comes out good, we'll post it. If that works out good, all of my asphalt parking lots and any asphalt I do is going to be just like that. So, okay. Anything?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So, please do check your subscriptions. Like I said, YouTube has been telling us that people are losing, they're being kicked off of things they've subscribed. It's something that's going on with whatever they're doing.
Forever Forgiven says, thank you guys so much for answering all our questions.
Oh,
And
you
Guitar
bet.
Golf says, bravo.
Oh, well, thank you. And like I said, just as a notice, if you have subscribed to us, make sure you check your settings on it, because people are being unsubscribed automatically for whatever reason. They say it's some error that they have going on. So, and if or your notifications have been turned off, because like I said, being summer, we're going to be doing anywhere from 3 to 4 live streams a week with all the updates and runs. And I was going to do some work tonight. That's why the title said work. I was going to actually start showing you how I do the puttying, but we may save that till Friday. do that then. Um, just have a little work session over here on the table and do that, or maybe work on the Skid Row buildings. All I really have to do left on that is to just dull coat them, and then I can start putting window glazings in. All the weathering is done. I can do the window glazings, and I can put the back walls in place, and then do the last little bit of scenery, and it's finished. So we could even be doing something like that. But anyway, we will be doing a number of work sessions for the summer and lots of running. Yes.
Cam says, thank you guys and sorry for the 6-7.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Boy, about a year ago, we started the live streams. That was really popular, even just a year ago. Everybody came on and was saying, say 6-7, say 6-7. It's like, my wife, being a teacher, is fed up with that. Because that was the big thing at her school. Well, all schools. I mean, it was just how it was. So, but it's all right. It's okay. So I'm telling you what I'm going to do. I'm going to just go ahead and these have had their break. So I'm going to pull these over to where I normally store them so I can cover them. I stacked everything up on this wall right now.
Forever Forgiven says, awesome, we'll be here to support you guys. Amazing project. Can't wait to see it all.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. We try to bring stuff that we think people would like to see, and there's a lot of projects that we thought of, and nobody's going to want to see that. But it was really surprising the other day. I was doing this ballasting right here, and I couldn't believe how many people came and tuned in just to watch me do ballasting. So we will do quite a few live streams just showing basic work around. There's that guy. We'll turn that power off.
Guitar Golf says, the most wholesome channel alive.
Well, thank you. We try to just keep everything even. You know, we want you guys to come here and enjoy it. I mean, otherwise, what's the point of doing something like this? I mean, why come to a channel and get all involved in topics and discussions that rile you up when this is just supposed to be for relaxation. You're supposed to come here and have fun. I mean, I watch a lot of live streams, and I don't watch anything that gets the heart racing. I just like watching and enjoying. So that's what we try to bring you. So I hope we're doing a good job of that, and you guys are enjoying it. So
Cam says, I will try to join Friday's stream, but I'm going camping, so I'll try.
Okay. Well, we'll probably do Friday, and then we'll probably do Sunday, and then we'll probably do Tuesday. We'll probably that'll give us our 4 during the week, kind of doing like that. And they're going to go see her family, my wife's family, his grandmother. They're going to go see them in July, and they're going to be gone for like 4 or 5 days. I'm probably going to be on. I'm staying here because I just got stuff to do. I'm probably going to be live streaming every single day because I've got a ton of stuff I want to do. So I'll probably just, like I've done before, I'll put the camera over here, aim it down on the work table. And if you want to join me and stuff, I don't do a whole lot of responding to comments because I'm watching what I'm doing, but I do keep a tablet right there next to me, and I do keep track of everything. So, you know, you don't have to worry about things getting out of hand here. He always gets rid of comments that are bad and keeps things clean. And we try to do that. We just want to make it a nice place for everybody to come and hang out. So we are going to start he actually put it together. We're going to have, what is that?
Which?
What is it called? The thing that Great Northern had talked about?
Oh, the Unscaled Community. Oh, Discord.
Discord. Yeah. We're going to put a Discord up there, so even if we're not live streaming, you guys want to get together and chat, you're going to have that up there. We'll have pictures, videos, whatever. You can come in and share and do stuff up there. Gabe tunes into that quite a bit for the things that he follows, so we should have that coming pretty soon. So again, if you've enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe, and do check your subscriptions so that you stay on it. If it is something you've enjoyed, we are going to be doing some more product reviews. I am going to do the reviews of these 2 new engines in the next week, and then we're going to do runs with them. And so we've got some other things I want to review. Plus, we have a couple of boxes back here that I got in about 2-3 months ago that have cars in them. I'm not sure exactly what's left, but I have some really neat cars that I had coming that I got for like $5 a piece off of eBay. So they're ones that I want to put really custom hand-painted graffiti on. So we'll probably pop those open and do those unboxings. I'm not sure, like I said, exactly what's in there, so we'll just do a mystery box type of thing on those. I'll be just as surprised as you guys because I don't remember what I ordered. I kind of know what it is, but I don't remember exactly. Yes.
Cam says, okay, that's good, and just subscribed.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we're trying to get the subscriptions. We're trying to hit about 7,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's our goal for this year. I think it's reachable, but we'll see. It just depends upon how much people will like what we're doing. So down here, this is going to be a lot of fun. You guys are going to get to see a lot of my art, painting, and things that I do with that I used to do with my art down here, because this is all going to be mostly scenery, mountains, forests, all that kind of stuff. I'll be doing a lot more carving of foam like this and the painting and everything, but it'll be more limestone. This whole area, we're going to be starting this up this summer. So this is all going to be Kato Unitrack down here. So that's all coming. Yes.
Josh says, I'm heading off. Awesome layout. Have a good night or day. Bye, everyone.
You too. You too. We're getting ready to log off ourselves here. So.
Guitar Golf says Houston has some great overpass and underpass graffiti inspiration.
Yes. Yeah, I've got a lot of pictures that I've taken because I knew I was always going to need some graffiti for the layout. So I've got literally hundreds of pictures on my tablet of stuff I've taken over the years. So, and I'll hand paint all of it. I don't use decals that often of graffiti. I just don't like them because it's all pixelated. So everything you see pretty much for the most part of graffiti on here, I painted by hand with a little paintbrush. And now that I picked up my pen, which I'll show you guys how to use that, that's going to be one of our how-to videos, how to do like the scribble graffiti and things like that, where they do just like little initials and stuff. I finally got something that'll work small enough and in scale, so we'll be showing all of that over the next month. So those are all going to be some really fun videos coming up, so don't miss them. We try to make them to where most of this is at night, but we do, like I said, sometimes I'm just working on stuff in the daytime and I'll just yell at Gabe and I'll say, go turn the camera on. And fire it up. We don't have any notice or anything, so that's why the notifications will be good, so you'll know when we go live. We try to let you guys know well in advance, at least an hour, maybe more, before we do go live. We put the thing up, but sometimes it just doesn't, it's not convenient, we just start it. So, but anyway, so thank you all for being here tonight. It was a nice, lively chat this evening. I hope you all have a good rest of the week until Friday. Going to be hot here. Got a lot of work to do, but I'll look forward to that. That'll make it nice getting together on Friday and Sunday, just doing some train running and working on the layout. So, guys, if you want to share pictures in our community area of anything that you're working on, we'd love to see it. So just feel free to do that if you want. So again, thank you, and we will see you on the next one. So take care, everybody.